actually started in 2012. I did a master's program here. In 2012, it was the Biological Science Master's Program, and after that, I spent a year working at the Guyton Research Physiology Building over here. After that year, I was finally accepted in dental school in 2014, and have been here. This will be my 6th year coming up. I found out about CMDA that first year when I was in my master's program. But Mr. Jimmy led a dental school men's Bible study right here in this conference room for I guess for many years leading up to that point, and that's how I kind of got to know Mr. Jimmy, was being a part of that Bible study my first year of dental school. There was one summer day where Mr. Jimmy invited me to lunch, and so we went to get lunch at Nuke's over there. I was talking to him how important I felt it to be, mentored by or discipled by an older, more wise Christian, and how I was looking for that. And Mr. Jimmy said, "Well, what a wonderful opportunity we have here," and asked me if I wanted to start meeting with him, and I of course said absolutely, would love to. And we met for 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, starting at that point. On a weekly basis. Our meetings together just consisted of keep each other accountable. He always was keeping me accountable with my daily walk with the Lord, my reading of the Scripture. But we also memorized Scripture. My times with Mr. Jimmy were very precious, and we tend to spend at least about an hour and a half together. How intentional Mr. Jimmy was for me, and how he took me under his spiritual wing and taught me so much about myself, about the Lord, and helped me grow. All those times are very precious, and just the amazing amount of influence that Mr. Jimmy has had on our faith and people's lives is incredible, and I'm really blessed to have been just one of those influences that he's had. Just going back to Mr. Jimmy, I was thinking about my spiritual fathers I've had in my life, and Mr. Jimmy is definitely considered a spiritual father in my walk and faith in the Lord, and so I'm very, very thankful and grateful for him and his influence on me.